Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a touching story of love and expression, silent love. Meet Haru, a boy who, despite being mute, speaks volumes through his art. Watch as he silently yet passionately tries to win the heart of the girl next door, Aiko, using nothing but his drawings and gestures. Will his silent affection be enough to capture her heart? Stay tuned till the end to find out. In a quiet neighborhood, where the only sounds were the rustling leaves and distant chatter, lived a boy named Haru. He was unlike the others. Haru couldn't speak. He had been mute since birth, but his silence never defined him. Instead, he spoke through his art. Each stroke of his pencil, each curve of his paintbrush, whispered the words he couldn't say. Next door, a girl named Aiko had just moved in. She was kind, lively, and full of dreams. Her laughter filled the air. And Haru, from his window, found himself captivated by her. Every day, he would sit on his windowsill, watching her as she watered her plants or read a book on her porch. But how could he, a boy without a voice, ever convey what his heart felt? One evening, Haru decided to try. He took out his sketch pad and drew Aiko as he saw her. Radiant, free, and full of life, he poured every ounce of his affection into the lines of her smile, the gentle waves of her hair. But drawing wasn't enough. He needed her to see it, to understand it. The next morning, Haru gathered his courage. He walked over to Aiko's door, trembling slightly, and placed the drawing in her mailbox. Then he hurried back to his room, heart pounding in his chest. What if she didn't like it? What if she thought he was strange? But Aiko didn't think that. Later that afternoon, she found the drawing. Her eyes widened in surprise and admiration. She had never seen herself in such a beautiful light. Turning the paper over, she noticed a small, delicate signature. Haru. Curiosity piqued, Aiko knocked on his door the next day. Haru, nervous but excited, opened it. When their eyes met, Aiko smiled warmly. "Did you draw this?" she asked softly. Haru nodded, unable to respond with words, but his eyes spoke volumes. Over time, they developed a unique bond. Haru would express his feelings through sketches, little notes, and playful gestures, and Aiko would respond with smiles and kind words. Though they never shared a spoken conversation, their connection grew deeper each day. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue across the sky, Aiko sat beside Haru on his porch. She looked at him with soft eyes and whispered, "I've never needed words with you. I understand everything you say." Haru, overwhelmed with emotion, took her hand gently and, with his free hand, began to draw in the air between them. First, a heart, then a picture of the two of them standing together, surrounded by the stars. Aiko's eyes shimmered with unshed tears. She reached out, cupping his face, and whispered, "I love you too." In that moment, Haru realized something powerful. Love doesn't need words to be felt. It simply needs a heart willing to listen, and Aiko had heard him all along. Their love, silent yet profound, became the kind of story that echoed in the hearts of everyone who saw it. In the quiet spaces between words, Haru had found his voice.